Good afternoon, everyone, and I'm not Dry Bear, I am Hindu Man. Alongside me today is... I'm Brandon. Job done. Job done. You see? That's how you handle things in business to get rid of people like DM. Now it's going to take half an hour to get his booster seat back for sure. So, now watch him sit down and try and fix his booster seat. See how he sits down so awkwardly? That's the booster seat, guys, you see? Everybody gets to see it now. Welcome back, DM. How is it to be on EU once again?
Son of a bitch.
Language, sir!
Good morning, everybody! Welcome to the EU 4v4. God damn production team.
You okay? Are you comfortable now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sitting comfortably.
Yeah,
everything's
everything's
in place. Yep. Guys, welcome to EU. We're going to be casting some more Siege tournament today. Yesterday we did North America and we saw Cognitive Gaming come out on top there. Today, though, is the turn of EU. A lot of big teams in here today. I4, not I5, they're going to be involved. Right, yeah. We're going to see Cloud9. They've called themselves this week, so they're going to the aggressive German outlook.
That was good.
Cloud9!
So also tomorrow we're going to be doing a special rebroadcast of the Shanghai show match, the East versus West match. Both me and Dryberry will still be in studio, so we'll be giving that to you guys around 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, despite that saying Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So ensure it's going to be in about, I don't know, I can't do math, a lot of hours.
That's going to be about 7 p.m. CEST for us Europeans, guys. We're more important. Don't worry about what they say about time. Just ask me and I'll tell you the time. It's not a problem. So about 7 p.m. CEST in Europe for the important people in life. Because that's what we are now, DM. We're in the important side of the world. You know? Back across the pond. Back to my hometown. Welcome.
Your hometown of Montreal, right?
Oh, wow. Wow. Is
that it? So today, I4, not I5, definitely is in the bracket, along with some members of Cloud9, Agilitas, Worth, and a few other teams that, of course, everyone is going to know. Today, we are actually going to be starting off, if you're following along with the brackets, at Match Z. This is going to be HeroesNZeroes, led by Vastrical, going up against Spanish Nomads, one of the most notable 3v3 teams in the entire world. We'll be getting into that match in just a few minutes. Should be a really interesting way to start off. Now, given the fact that we haven't seeded this 100%, remember, guys, these are soft seeds. The winner is actually going to be going up against I4. So these are two very strong early game matchups.
Yeah, definitely. So we should be able to follow them through on these two and see how these ones play out. So Spanish Nomads, as you said, very, very good in 3v3. Can they transition to add the additional member for 4v4 and mode? What do you expect from picks and bans today, DM? I mean, we saw some crazy stuff yesterday.
Yeah, I think we're going to see more of the same in terms of like the top picks and top bans. In terms of Scylla's probably going to be removed a lot. Hunbot's going to be very notable. Bastet, but I mean, EU always likes to have those janky picks, and since we were seeing so much craziness come out of NA yesterday, I expect to see a lot of weird things throughout the day.
But what's left? I mean, there's really not that much left on the table that EU could pull
everything
out. We saw pretty much everything. I would like to see more Janus today.
Janus.
Hopefully we get to see a little bit more Janus. And if the heat comes out into play, we could see some opportunities for some more backdoor action, as we saw from Noir yesterday with the attempts in that game. That was hype.
The split push coming out from Fat Chunks was absolutely amazing. But we are getting into the game, guys. Left side is going to be HeroesNZeroes. That's going to be Mugi, Wawa, and Vastrical, formerly of a lot of pro teams. Enigma and Darzer are going to be with them as well. On the right side, you're going to see the Spanish Nomads, led by Warchi. Very, very notable 3v3 team. I think this is going to be one of the strongest round one matchups we have ever had in Smite's history.
Oh, I think so as well. I think this should be a really good one especially for a start of the tournament as well. I'm really looking forward to this. So far we've seen Scylla, Hercules, Bacchus.
I like this.
And Humbats.
I like that Vastrical did his homework here. Warchi's team, the Spanish Nomads, are like the people who are known for bringing Bacchus into 3v3. I mean, they are some of the strongest, most notable Bacchus players in the entire world. So that getting taken out, very smart. Now, Kumbhakarna here is going to be first picked, which is interesting because apparently, due to the stats yesterday, there was only one Kumbhakarna win yesterday, and that was I think, Team Medi.
I don't care. You're going to turn it round today with my Kumba. Kumba is my boy. Come on, you got hyped about Carly. I'm going to get hyped about Kumba every time we see him. Great to see him in round one, and I hope we see him all the way through this tournament because people underestimate his damage. DM.
Yeah.
He's got great wave clear, and then he's got the best setup potential for kills in the game, in my opinion.
Well, he's
By
going to have
far.
good setup potential for kills, but at the same time, they're going to have to deal with the split push because Nuwa does get locked in, as does Thor, extra global presence as well. So two really strong picks coming out for the Nomads. Switching back over to Heroes, option heads in. It looks like they're going to lock in both Habwa and Apollo for their third and fourth picks.
Yeah, Hellboy and Apollo. Apollo's going to have the opportunity to look for the across the skies to, switch up the map to an extent and try and look for the opportunities to gank from above. At the same time, you got Thor doing the same thing. Hellboy's going to be great in the lane. We saw the amount of damage he's got. And one thing to note, if Kumba kind of blinks in, epic uppercuts, and it sets Hellboy up straight away for that tidal wave damage. And that will cause a lot of issues for them. Even just the yawn in, which, mezzes the whole team, and then he could just walk up and use the tidal wave. So looking good. But the new war pick there, DM. Nuwa, we saw a lot of player out of her yesterday, and she's really, really strong in siege mode.
Oh, yeah.
She's got great push potential, causes a lot of issues.
A severe lack of assassins, though, as we see Isis getting hovered on and locked in by Jock. Now, I'm not sure what we're going to see here in terms of bans. I mean, there's still a lot on the table. I think Bastet would be one of the strongest bans to push off right now. But given the fact that they have a lot of magical, they're still going to opt for a Poseidon ban on the Spanish Nomads. Very strange. I wonder if they thought they were going to go for that triple magic. I mean, it was definitely possible, but there's still a lot of physical missing off the board here.
I agree. I think the Poseidon, if they do go for that Poseidon ban, as you say, yeah, it has been taken. I'm surprised they expected three magical, especially because Kumbhakana is magical as well in that Guardians. Right. They will be looking for more of a front line to go with Kumbhakana, maybe a warrior, maybe an assassin, as you say, to fill in there. So banning out Poseidon, I guess they're just looking for less control. And there's an assassin ban from HeroesNZeroes coming out against Carly, and now it's back to Spanish Nomads, who are going to look for another physical here more than likely.
Yeah, I mean, Neath is going to get hovered on. That's another point of global presence. Now, Thor doesn't have a complete global ultimate, but of course can get around the map very quickly, not only with Anvil of Dawn, but with Mjolnir's Attunement. Great stun, great damage potential, matching that up with Neath off the Whirlweaver, Spirit Arrow, Unravel. It's going to be really strong. And honestly, I don't really love this final pick here coming out from the Heroes. You're going to see Osiris locked in, but they just picked Osiris into Neath, who can shut down some of his attack speed with Unravel. And there's a lot of CC on that team. Osiris is going to have to be forced into a very early beats, but really, I mean, if he gets started, he's going to be hard to push. But I'm very surprised we didn't see Bastet.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't see a single assassin picked up. I mean, Thor is an assassin. He should probably be a warrior overall. A lot of people said that in the past, but as it stands, I mean, I'm surprised with the Osiris pick. They did need something to go along with Kumba into the fray, though. That's what I felt like with their team composition of Apollo and Herbois. Otherwise, Kumba kind of goes in, and then they're all going to focus Herbois, who's going to close the gap. If Osiris is on the team composition, then they've got that secondary person there to help try and firm up the front line, so to speak. It's going to be tough, though, you're right, because the amount of CC coming out of Spanish Nomads could really cause an issue for Osiris to try and, be that brute force that he wants to be. Maybe he'll go for the Hide of the Urchin rush and just go full tank to start.
Well, we saw a lot of assassins going into just a lot of defense yesterday, whether it was a sovereignty or a mystical mail, things like that. We saw a lot of people going for that. Aurora on Fenrir. We saw a lot of defense coming out from Omega on Shock, who's, I guess, more of a warrior than an assassin, but that defense really played for a very strong front line, allowed him to solo push, split push, and ensure that his team could fight without him, and he could take multiple people, or as we saw, fight a siege engine by himself for, I don't know how, it was close to a minute, right?
Yeah, pretty much. It was well over a minute, I feel, in that game for sure. So HeroesNZeroes is going to be facing off Spanish Nomads in this first round game, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be right back once these teams have loaded themselves in with round one of the 4v4 Siege tournament. Welcome back, everyone, to the game. Sorry for the delay. This is HeroesNZeroes versus Spanish Nomads. We had a DC from Darza, unfortunately, and the pause timer has run out. So they're going to start this one off a 3v4 DM.
Now, this is a difficult situation for Spanish Nomads, in my opinion, because you have two options. Either play as hard as you can, get the lead and win the game in tournament, or maybe give them a little bit of leeway room, which could result in them gaining extra experience, giving that one person's not going to be splitting, have them spiral out of control, and then on stream in front of thousands of people, lose a 3v4. I mean, I do not envy the position that the Nomads are in.
I am well happy to be a Nomads if I was them. We go hard on EU. We don't care. We do sportsmanship. Okay, we don't kill people when they're DC'd. But in a 3v4, this is a tournament, DM. You play to win
So
every single time.
do you see this start here? On top, they have started double blue. One person has swapped over to red now, and now we have one person going to speed. This is a little awkward. They're going to be very late to their lanes.
They might be late, but with the extra man advantage, still should be okay for the time being. At the same time, it gives the same amount of XP overall if these are split as they have been done. In the fact that you'll see New War getting to lane first of all and picking up that experience. You'll probably hit 5 just before though, that we can see Neef's going to have to recall from this. That's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, she's in a little bit of trouble, but she'll have at least a speed buff to be able to get back to lane quicker. But she just procs into level 4, which is very late.
Look, HeroesNZeroes with their one-man disadvantage right now. They've chosen to have Apollo solo at the moment and put Kumbhakarna and Osiris together. So expect to see Kumbhakarna and Osiris try and make something happen, and Apollo just try and live.
Unfortunately, both of them are fighting this Nua, she just has no issues being able to push against even these two people. I mean, they don't really have the damage potential to try to burst her down just yet. Sticking to her is going to be very hard inside of that fog with Pillars of Heaven active, and now that Neith has rejoined the fight here at level 4, this could be trouble.
Yeah, could be an issue for them because they're going to get captured very, very aggressively. Only Kumbhakarna has great wave clear at the start of this. Osiris has to get in melee range, and if he does that, then he's going to get poked down by those double ranged characters. Look at Thor, though, at the moment. He's level 5. He's already looking for an opportunity on the right-hand side.
And that he should. Anvil of Dawn is online, and it looks like he's looking for an opportunity, but instead is going to rotate, actually, through the jungle. At this point, they should note that the ticket count should reflect the fact that the jungle has not been picked up, but Anvil of Dawn will be started, and he's going to look for first blood.
Where's he going to land? Is he going to be on the Cumber? He probably is, because he's the one out of position. The stun does land. There's the damage out of New War. He does drop. The passive is there, but there's not a lot Osiris can do against 3 members, Niam.
Yeah, I mean, and now Vastrigal on the left side is stuck under his tower as well. Low mana, half health. Going to be rotating into the jungle, maybe to give this... Yeah, he's going to pick up the blue buff there. But still, I mean, at the same time, he's not having an easy time, even though the fact that Isis has been splitting experience and is level 6. I mean, he's still getting horribly pushed out.
Yeah, exactly. Apollo during the early stage is going to have some issues of trying to wave clear against an Isis of all people. Probably the strongest pusher of mages that exists with those wing gusts during the early stages. And now Osiris doing desperately to defend this right-hand side. This is so difficult for HeroesNZeroes being a man down, DM.
Yeah, I mean, look at the first tower. It's already going down. Mugiwawa just got stunned out. I'm actually pretty surprised we didn't see them rush that down. But to start, one tower's down. Left side, Isis has also gotten this pretty low. And as we approach the 3-minute mark, you have to think they're getting pretty close to their siege engine.
Yeah, they should be very, very close to it. You'll see a big delay on HeroesNZeroes siege engine. As you can see, the buff's taking a long time to be taken by the whole team. Speed buff still available to be taken, so that's just 9 tickets waiting there to be claimed by one of these two teams. Silver Fury has spawned, and with a man advantage, I'd expect them to look for an opportunity.
Kumbhakarna rotating over, not really sure what he's doing at this point. I mean, he needs to be looking for any kind of farm, and still no one has picked up this speed buff on the bottom side, and I'm surprised to see the Spanish Nomads haven't recognized the fact that no one seems to have picked up this buff, and they haven't tried to engage for it, but it looks like Jock's going to be moving forward here. Yon will be used and wasted on the double mez, as it looks like Angel's just kind of hanging out in the lane behind them.
Yep, it seems like Osiris going to get a bit of free farm on the right-hand side now with this 3-man team, just because they've decided to not continue the pressure on that side of the map. And most of the Spanish Nomads playing very, very safe right now. I'm not sure why. Like, they have the man advantage. They should all be grouping and looking to take down this left-hand tower.
So more pressure going to be coming through. Enigma's trying to keep himself relevant here. You see him getting into level 8. He should be about 1 to 2 creeps ahead overall in the lane. Just comparatively to the Neath, looks like Nua should be in about this same boat. Bottom side, they finally pick up the speed buff, and both siege engines proc onto the map. Now, what are we going to see here? I mean, they have Nua, which means the split push potential is out of control. She's already swinging into the tower, but with the double engine, this could be rough.
Yeah, she uses the pillar to try and take out the siege engine. The back comes out from Neath, though, as Osiris rotating. Tether is connected, and the stun's going to land very, very soon. Neath is in trouble. Wax are going down from Osiris. Enigma's looking for the first kill. Afterlife is used. He actually misses. He's going to secure it, though, and walk away. So first kill of the game, second kill of the game, but first for HeroesNZeroes, now on the scoreboard.
The issue here is they've left Kumbhakarna by himself against this Isis and the Siege Tower against this Tier 1. Nua on the right side with Pillars of Heaven, and now Flamestrike has done a great job of keeping this thing down. They're abusing the fact that they have a man up. They're taking this power play in the strongest way possible and really showing the strength that they can put forth with 4 people.
Yeah, I don't like the idea. Oh, up into the sky, go from Mugiwara as the uppercut lands, and you're going to see Thor come up looking for the dunk down. Dunk doesn't connect, though. But guess what? Dars is back.
Yes, he teleported into the right side with the siege tower. Warchi has a 3-level push here, but I don't know if Dars is going to want to try to push forward. He does have Crushing Wave. Remember, guys, in this game type, you do spool experience as well as gold. Now, there doesn't look like they're going to get too much. Those clay minions have kept the siege minion back pretty far, but Warchi's out of mana here and could be in some trouble.
Yeah, he's going to have to run away as fast as he can. Wall goes up. Meanwhile, Herbois, the level 6 returner, secures a kill on Warchi under the tower. And that just shows how good Herbois is at the damage. And look at this, Heroes and Zeros are rallying DM. They started the Silver Fury.
This is really important. If they can get this, they can turn this right around. They use that level hand. That was a level 3 Hand of the Gods coming out from Mugi, showing his support prowess once again. And suddenly, Heroes, despite being a man down for the first few minutes, are now, it looks like, up in kills. Still down in gold, still down in experience, but they have a chance to turn that around with the second spawn of the Siege Engine.
At the moment, the gold advantage is only 700 in favor of the Spanish Nomads. Experience, look at that, it's even, and we've had Darza DC'd for a long period of time, but now the 3 members of Heroes and Zeroes are now on the warpath. They want some more revenge. They're already 3-1 up in terms of kills. They want this siege tower to make this an even game if possible, as the whole team of Spanish Nomads groups up.
Oh, we're going to see the Pillars of Heaven and Tectonic Rift go down just to block them out here. Mugi jumps in, maybe Epic Uppercut, gonna go off, coming down, does some damage, and oh, she's in a bad spot. Angel's going to be able to run away here, but Lord of the Afterlife's going to shut down some of that damage. The tether goes off, Darzer finds the kill, but Enigma goes down for it.
And you see Thor's going to drop, trying to get out using to his get into the sky ability, but then Watcher is going to pick up Darza on the back of that, so it's a 2-for-2. Siege tower does go down, but overall, Heroes and Zeroes are doing okay here. Oh, aggression from Watchy again! Fastral's in trouble. Can he survive? You can see Watchy's also low at the same time. Mugiwawa's looking for the kill, gonna pick it up, but Nika is going to secure Apollo.
I'm not sure what Nika just did right there. I mean, he got the kill on Apollo, very quick play, put himself inside the cage of Pillars of Heaven, and then he was stuck in a 1v1 against Mugi, and he runs away from it. This could have been potential. He should have been boxing there the whole time, but instead is allowing Mugi to run wild. And, you know, a lot of people talking about how Kumbhakarna is one of the most overpowered gods in the game, and I really think that he is very strong, but to that same regard, like we were talking about before, Hindu, I don't think that people understand how to fight him.
I think that's the biggest deal with Kumbhakarna right now, and one of his strengths is the lack of people understanding how his kit actually works. And that is playing into the strength of Kumbhakarna as well, because the amount of control he can bring to the game. As people work him out, he will be able to be dealt with a little bit more. A lot of people, some of the people have already worked out buying the Medjay's Blessing is a great counter to Kumbhakarna in general, but it does force you into something left-hand side. Enigma's going to land the tether onto Isis. Spirit Ball misses. Nice little poke out, but underneath the tower, he's not going to continue on.
So, left side, we're getting a major grouping here from the boys on Heroes and Zeroes. Not too much from the right side here. You're going to see Nuwa and Thor going for the split push potential. There's still 2 people here to be able to keep track of this. I don't know what we're going to see from Angel and Nika here, but we are seeing Heroes and Zeroes begin to back off as Kumbhakarna is going for the red buff by himself. Hopefully he gets some help here, because this might take a little while.
It will take him a while. His throwback ability does do quite a lot of damage, though, so he can burst it quite quick. And he has the hog, which he uses there. Enigma just going to try and keep Nuwara at bay. And now Mugiwawa's looking for an opportunity. Lands the yawn. Gotta love the uppercut. There it is, landed. Tether is on. And now Thor's low. He goes up in the air just to secure himself. The pillars come out as well as the Lord of the Afterlife procs on Warchi. Thor ducks down and takes out Darza, but it's a trade overall. And now Warchi's in trouble still.
Angel's just trying to heal her team up. Circle of Protection is down. Warchi with the dives is not going to be able to get out, as we do see a Siege Engine spawn. He's trying to rush forward. Mesmerize going to hit onto Nika as they're trying to find an ability here to separate, but the 2 people look like they're holding off the 3 on Heroes and Zeroes, but they're going to be able to back and teleport right back into the Siege Engine, which is going to provide a major push potential here.
Yeah, both siege towers have now spawned. He's taking a lot of damage on the left-hand side, though. That minion wave doing a good job of tanking. Finally, Apollo comes back in. The Mez is out. There's a yawn straight after, so the diminishing returns are going to take effect. Big groggy strike, though, and the throwback's going to secure the kill for Mugiwawa as we see Neef backflip and retreat.
Now, that was a very smart play by Mugi. I mean, he only has about 3,000 player damage so far, which puts him close to the bottom but he still has the ability to, get that quick burst that maybe not he had expected. ISIS not having a super strong early game. Now Heroes up 9-5 as they push into this tier 1. Oh, this is trouble for Nika. Oh my lord, pure combos.
Tidal Wave connects. Thor's in the sky, though. He's looking for a return. And there we go. Dars is in trouble now. Immediate Aegis used, but for how long is he going to keep him alive? Warchi's going to pick him up. The wall goes down to keep Mugiwawa busy on that Kumbhakana, as Kumbhakana's going to try and help out stop Warchi from getting onto Enigma here.
It looks like, that tether was going to be completely wasted. Mjolnir's attunement going to be used, and as well as Tectonic Rift, both are going to whiff. As right side is getting pushed down, you can see Angel getting very low. He's going to be caught in the backside. I don't see him escaping here from an Enigma. Yeah, he's going to get caught. Mugiwawa jumping in as well as Lord of the Afterlife is used, but Warchi really showing his prowess.
Yeah, he knew exactly where he was going to land. Pops that down straight away. Causation now. Mugiwawa is in trouble. Uses the hog. He goes into his passive. His yawn is available, maybe? Nope. Even with the yawn, I don't think he would have survived 8 auto attacks, and his passive drops as well. Another kill, 11-8 now in favor of HeroesNZeroes. Gold and experience both in their favor as well. DM booked Silver Fury being started by Spanish Nomads.
That's right. I mean, Apollo's in the base, even with Across the Sky. I don't think he's going to make it there in time. Darzer is in the neighborhood. He's going to have to fully commit to this to try to make a steal, but it's already been taken down, and it's going to be ball back in Spanish Nomads' court. They've evened the game in terms of gold. The experience difference still in favor right now of Heroes, despite their man down in the beginning. Darzer's just trying to keep himself alive.
Yeah, shout out to HeroesNZeroes, though, keeping themselves in this one and relying on Darzer to come back and actually putting up a fight so far. Siege Tower for them, the first Silver Fury went to them. Now it's Spanish Nomads' turn to pick one up. We'll see what they can do with this, though, because at the moment they're busy clearing jungle buffs as this Siege Tower is being worked down, DM.
I want to see more pressure, more teleports. They've got to group up. Actually, they stopped the moves there. Not sure if it went on cooldown, but it did force a sprint from Vastrical. This is a good chance for them to push, and yet we're seeing a major retreat right here. I'm not really sure why they're so afraid, considering Warchi's currently level 16 and has been pushing so well this game.
I mean, Enigma did get spotted in the jungle doing a rotation around the side, looking for an opportunity, so maybe they were scared of the 4-man, because Neef was on the other side of the map, continuing to push. Meanwhile, right hand side, we've got a fight as Isis gets caught out. Tidal Wave does connect, and Daz is going to actually pick up that kill with the help of Kumbhakana and Osiris. Meanwhile, left hand side, we're going to see the push on from Warchi and Neef now. Those clay minions going to try and tank up for the most part as the next minion wave arrives, but look in the background, DM.
Yeah,
the team are coming.
They're going to get split up here. Mjolnir's attunement could be used. They're going to back off. Double stun coming out as they retreat. Right side, Darzer's going to be able to split push himself as a 3v3 engages on the left lane. Throwback going to clear the wave, and now they're just retreating back into their jungle here. This is a very frightened Spanish Nomads team. I wonder why they continuously push back.
It really is. They are quite scared. I do like what HeroesNZeroes are doing, though, giving Darza free farm, for the most part, trying to leave him in the solo lane to catch up in the experience that he so vitally requires, as well as the fact he did start Book of Thoth, so hopefully he will see him start stacking that one up now.
Moving down towards the bottom, speed buff is available. It looks like Vastrical is going to move down and try to clear this up as well. He is the current highest level in the game at level 18, and this is kind of what I was talking about in the beginning. If they didn't really abuse that power play, one player was going to get a lot of experience and a lot of gold, and you can see that reflected right now. Vastrical 216, no, not a score much better than anyone else on the map, but he's level 18, highest in the game, has 500 to 600 gold, higher than anyone else in the game right now, and they have to abuse that. Use Across the Sky, teleport into the siege minion, force a split push, use everything you can to your advantage.
Also taking a page out of Barracuda's book that we saw yesterday, he's gone for the Chins build into Executioner, so he's not gone for the stacking items, which are quite difficult to get on the Siege game just because of how quick the games are, DM. So his choice to go for that is going to increase his damage early. Meanwhile, right hand side, Kumbhakana going aggressive onto Neef, forces the yawn, the aggression and damage going out. Tidal Wave's going to connect. It wasn't on Neef, sorry, it was actually onto Noir, who's going to drop to the Afterlife, and now the Siege Tower push is available for them.
Yeah, I mean, only Isis is here right now. I don't know how she's going to defend against 3, especially now that Spirit Ball's been wasted. Thor rotates in. Mugi with a beautiful combo right there, helping out. He has to be forced to teleport, and now they're going to be able to push right into this. Mugi's going pretty deep here. Circle of Protection has been used, and looks like Jox is going to try to move in here and get himself some healing. And wow, about 50% there. That was pretty strong.
Yeah, this Siege Tower's going to tank up as much as possible. Mugiwawa going to land the yawn. Aggression is onto Thor again. Has used the hammer to escape. And there's the right-hand side tier 2 tower going down. Siege Tower still healthy enough to tank a few shots of this Phoenix, but I don't think they've got enough to take it down just yet. Not with Isis and Thor in the area.
Left side, Nika just had no pressure whatsoever. She lost the 1v1 not only neath to Apollo, but under her own siege minion while losing it. And then after she gained the advantage, she just turned tail and ran out. I think she's just a bit too frightened. On the right side, Darzer's going to get picked up after a good combo. Pillars of Heaven's going to be used and effectively wasted as Warchi moves forward, trying to find the Flame Strike.
Thor's up in the air, he comes crashing down, only to find Mugiwara in his way. He actually misses that one. The chase is still on for both of them, but there's a lot of CC coming out from Kumbhakana. Epic uppercut, going to keep him busy. The knockback is in. Apollo turns up to the fight. Aggression onto Isis, she's out of mana.
Yeah, she's going to get picked up here. She got yawned out. Groggy Strike's about to go off, but she actually might escape as the blink goes off. Vashikal finds Thor in the back as they turn their sights to Warchi. This could be a big play. If they pick her up, this is going to be a free siege engine.
Yeah, Mugiwawa's not going to be scared of new in the chase here. He can continue this all day long with the CC, but actually, no, he's just going to back away and choose not to fight. What he needs to be careful about rotating back that... Oh, okay, he recalled just in time for that one. So 15-9 in favor of HeroesNZeroes, and since their man disadvantage at the start, we can see they are actually in control of this one as the Pillar of Heavens get popped to the right-hand side. Warchi's not done yet. He's looking for aggression onto Apollo. The auto attacks are landing with the splash damage available, but immediately Apollo gets away, blinking from Mugiwawa into the yawn, and there's the tidal wave, but Warchi still survives.
Yeah, one of the strengths of Habwa right there is being able to walk up, slam that water cannon through minions, very short cooldown. Even if you miss it once, it's back up in a few seconds. With Flame Strike down there, she tried to Flame Strike a little bit too early. There was really no pressure, and now two members of Spanish Nomads are going to be forced into a position they're not going to want to be in, trying to fight for this Silver Fewer when it's clearly not in their favor.
Either of them actually have the Hand of the Gods available, so it's going to definitely go over to HeroesNZeroes, and now they've got to back away. So backflip and blink used by Isis there as the aggression comes out, as Vaskral continues to try and chase, looking for the Neef, but Sprint is also popped from her, and Isis on the backside could get caught out.
Thor actually jumps in there, Circle of Protection, doing a lot, but Angel gets stunned out and picked off. And we're trying to see some big damage here, but Neath left the fight and didn't return back in fast enough. Mjolnir's attunement teleported to the wall. Overhead Psycho Crusher, going to be enough to finish that one up. And now two members of Spanish Nomads are the final defense here for these Phoenixes. You know they're going to start pushing soon. They have a siege minion, right side Phoenix exposed. This is trouble.
Yep, all the team need to group up and push through there. Now all four members should be looking to do that, and that's what they're going to do as Warchi is left to defend, using those clay soldiers to delay the siege tower, hoping for the respawns of her teammates. But another 20 seconds until Ice is up, and then another 27 until we're going to see Thor. Pillars of Heaven used too.
So this, I mean, I don't see a way Spanish Nomads can deal with this. They're constantly separated. They're never fighting as four. They should have given up this tier 2. They should have waited for the team to respawn and try to fight as a whole, because right now it's basically just Warchi versus the world. But even then, Nika, no real pressure coming out at all. I'm really surprised to see that she backed off, didn't help at all. And now that Ice has rotated in here, I just don't see how they're going to be able to defend.
Finally, the siege tower goes down to the Phoenix, but now the jungle buffs are available and exposed to HeroesNZeroes. That's what we're looking for. Spirit Ball going to connect on Daza, followed by the silence. Good wall as well. Aegis is popped. The spin to win is hit by Thor, but still Daza survives. But finally, Angel 94 takes it down, and Apollo trades Thor backwards as the tether connects on the back line.
Nika missing 4 shots. It's going to result in her death. She might have been able to get there, but she committed way too hard after missing too many shots. He will go down as well, so that's going to be a deicide. Now, keep in mind, Warchi is back up in 8 seconds. Will have clay minions available, but at the same time, I mean, this Phoenix is going to go down.
Yeah, he should definitely drop before Warchi can even get involved in this and try and stop. And she's going to do her best, though. Here she comes in. What's Mugiwawa going to do? Immediate use of the yawn. Great decision from him. He's just going to stop him from being able to enter the fight for the longest period. But looking for the engage onto Enigma as he pops the Truth Snake form coming out from Warchi. But immediate Groggy Strike should give them an opportunity to disengage here.
He nailed the Flame Strike there, but the yawn goes back off immediately. Mugiwawa using that cooldown reduction that he got from Shoes of Focus and Mail of Renewal to keep himself yawned out as much as possible. Warchi's going to be forced back. First Phoenix of the game is down, and the Spanish Nomads, despite having a pretty massive advantage, are having a very difficult time in the end game.
I do like the actual choice from Mugiwawa to pick up that Mid-Guardian Mail, just because if he does get hit, he's got a 30% chance to proc a slow on the enemy team, and 3 of those members, DM, focus a lot on their auto attacks. So that can cause it can really help them out when they're trying to give chase or being chased down.
So, Siege Minion, right side for the green team. Left side, we're going to see Siege Engine for the red team. So, really, there are split push potential here, and given the fact that the Heroes did manage to get theirs on the side that there's a Phoenix, that's very strong for them. Spanish Nomads got the side where they need to push out fire minions, that's very strong as well, but they're not defending it. I mean, Vashikal basically by himself with these siege, or rather fire minions, are just blowing this thing up.
Yeah, he's doing good damage to that as well. He's got to be careful about being collapsed on. Enigma's in the area to give him some cover. Meanwhile, right-hand side, we can see Noir trying to delay that siege minion push on the right-hand side. Both teams unsure about what they want to do, and it looks like Spanish Nomads are just going to give up their siege tower.
Yeah, they have to give it up. But at the same time, if they were going to give it up, they should have been defending the right lane. They've split themselves into an awkward position here and have now forced themselves to have to push against 4 people. This is going to be trouble.
Blink in from Mugiwara, lands the yawn and forces the combat blink out of Isis, who got herself caught out of position there, but going to survive for now. This siege tower is going to drop, but now all members on the right-hand side, and the Phoenix is exposed.
So 4 people moving forward. Dazer, level 19 right now, has completely caught up. Mugiwara going to jump in for the yawn. Vashikal goes down early after a poor dive. This one's really going to be up to the damage of Dazer.
It is, as Thor comes down, he actually misses onto Dazer, but Dazer's doing good damage back before he just got hit by the wall. Spirit Ball's going to not land because of the Aegis, but he's still going to drop, or is he? Tidal Wave goes out. He does go down. Meanwhile, on the backside of it, you can see Mugiwara trying to survive as long as he can. But how long can he do so? As Enigma's already disengaged from the fight, Mugiwara gets a great mez off. He's just going to juke him out for as long as possible. There's the blink. He got himself out of combat long enough, and they're going to continue the chase onto him because Warchi does have that movement speed ability. He's running through wards, and the Silver Fury is available, DM.
Yeah, Yon should be up in just a second here. He's going to actually bait it and waste it. Silver Fury is available. Kumbhakarna's going to go down. The sleepy bait wasn't strong enough. And then poor Osiris is going to be forced in by himself here as Thor respawns. Vashikal respawns as well in just a few seconds. They're going to have to focus up here. This is their chance to push.
This is a lot closer than I expected it to be, especially with Darza being DC'd for the longest time. I did not expect HeroesNZeroes to even drop a Phoenix, but now that he's back, he's hit level 20, he's got his item build online, and both these teams are pretty evenly matched in these team fights so far, and nobody's really looking after the siege towers as much as I would have expected them to do. Now, hopefully we're going to see out of Spanish Nomads, though, DM, that they're going to group at this right-hand side one.
Yeah, I mean, everyone should be teleporting at this point. The fire minions, of course, need to be cleaned up, but they need to teleport and get to the siege engine. They shouldn't be using this to stall time. They should be using this to engage in fights. They can use this as not only a way to increase their damage overall, but a way to block damage from abilities as well. But it looks like Apollo's going to go for a split push here, and nobody from Spanish Nomads is looking to be aggressive.
Doesn't look like they've chosen to go for the 36 tickets in the jungle available to them by taking away all their own jungle buffs. Apollo's just continuing to push these fire minions in, knowing the Phoenix is due up soon on the left-hand side. It's not a bad decision from him. He's keeping 2 members busy as the rest of his team start this power march down right-hand side.
So, Enigma going to be using his 2 there. Nothing to be found. It's going to be wasted. Left side, Phoenix has respawned, but it looks like they're going to go for a backdoor. Yeah, I mean, but I think Jock sees this one. Tectonic Rift going to be used and wasted. Flame Strike and Clay minions not used effectively either. And you're going to see them move forward here. Pillars to Heaven. This is big.
Yep, Mugiwawa's going to go in. Backside, though, Spirit Ball lands from Isis, and Dazer are in trouble at the moment. Tidal Wave connects with Neath. Not enough damage. He's going to drop. On the other side of the map, the Splinter Wing comes out from Thor, trying to desperately defend against these fire minions. And that fight went okay at the moment, but Apollo's going to drop before he can get to the sky. Thor's up as well. He's going to dunk down onto Enigma. Spanish Nomads are coming out on top.
Lord of the Afterlight used as defense once again as they all turn their sights to that sleepy giant. Mugiwawa's going to be burned down here. He's really just trying to buy time at this point. Huge stun. But check out Nua. Not falling for the bait. Just going to push down. Really use the clay minions. This is brilliant play.
Really smart by Warchi just to ignore the Kumbhakarna and just go for the tower. Enigma's now going to have to defend and be careful about getting caught out here, because that tower's going to drop. And with these clay minions, DM, they can continue to tank up the Phoenix. This is going to be the first Phoenix of the game for Spanish Nomads, and they're looking good right now.
Not to mention, look at the siege engine on the right side. I mean, they're going to go for it. Dazer is
Does it
up in
happen?
a few seconds. This is really risky here.
Oh,
Jock's
it is.
likely going to go down in just a second here. It's sitting a little under half at this point as Thor escapes. Enigma forced back in. Warchi getting
Warchi's
very low
aggro.
as well. Respawn from Vastrical. It's low, but not low enough. I don't think Nika could do it. Teleport back in from Thor. It's low, but not low enough. If they get the deicide, this is going to be trouble.
It is. Isis is running for a life right now. It's going to survive. Apollo, this guy's looking for Isis, just trying to recall as he's spotted her out. He's going to land but not connect. The Spirit Ball does, though. Beads are used. The dodges are coming out. The Mez lands. There's a deicide for HeroesNZeroes and a possible mistake from Spanish Nomads. But at the same time, DM, there's nothing HeroesNZeroes can do because the siege tower is going to push to the side.
That's true. I mean, they do have some split push potential here. This does have to be controlled. At this point in the game, that siege minion can burn that tower down. Look at the damage it's doing to it. This is almost, it's like 6 to 7% per shot. And poor Mugi by himself trying to deal with it. They're going to lose another tier 2. I think this was a good play overall.
Yeah, overall, I mean, it was risky to go for the Titan, but at the same time, if they managed to pull it off, it would look great for the cameras, especially. At the same time, as they still had that siege tower available, so there wasn't a whole lot we could see HeroesNZeroes do. They're going to all respawn in time for the Silver Fury in mid lane now. Got an extra tower while they were dead, so a little bit more gold for them to spend. And the buffs are due up in the next minute as well, so that's going to be an extra 36 tickets for them to pick up and look to start pushing back with their second siege tower.
So we're like 26 minutes deep right now, which is one of the longest games I think we've seen in Siege, in tournament period. Now, 1,200 gold separate the teams. The experience at this point, Hindu, means nothing. Everybody is level 20.
That means nothing, and gold's starting to become a non-factor as well. Everyone's reaching full build as well. DM. Soon it's just going to be potions. Right-hand side, we've got the siege tower spawn. Mugiwawa's hunting for the Silver Fury, though, that's been started.
I think heroes are getting baited here. Mugi jumps through. They managed to get it. Actually, Mugi's blink and throwback are going to be down here. If they choose to engage, this could be big, but the siege engines have spawned in the same arena. This is very important considering, look at the positioning coming out from the Spanish Nomads.
Yeah, they're going to immediately take down the siege tower. The whole team's regrouping. They're going to have to defend the Titan. Look at the Titan's health as well, DM. It's very, very low. And the second one is due to spawn very soon from Spanish Nomads. There's going to be 2 on the map very shortly. Expect to see it spawn when they take 1 or 2 more minion waves out. And now the push is on.
They're going to move in. Clay minions are activated as they push inside of the Phoenix range once again. 3 members here as Vastrical just trying to keep out the left side. Phoenix gets annihilated as we're going to see Epic Uppercut go off. She comes down as the Pillars of Heaven come out, but Jox is in a bad position.
No, he is as well, and Apollo comes in at the back, though, to start trying to clean up. This is going well for HeroesNZeroes. Now, Tidal Wave connects with Warchi. He's going to drop after the Mezlands, too. Enigma takes out Warchi at the end of that, and now Mugiwawa's going to give chase at Angel for the time being, but that siege tower needs to be killed because the Phoenix dropped. Both Phoenixes down for HeroesNZeroes now, and the backs are against the wall. This is a tough ask for them to come back. They can't really try and push at the moment with all these fire minions.
I mean, they have to be very careful. ISIS does have the ability to backdoor, and speaking of ISIS, I'm very worried that we didn't see the Circle of Protection come out in the last engagement. We also didn't see Worldweaver, and we did not see Anvil of Dawn for the Initiate as well. And while it does show the Diamond, Warchi did use, of course, the Pillars of Heaven, has a very short cooldown on top of the fact that he has full CDR. So that did go through, but Circle of Protection, I mean, that's major damage reduction.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of that as well, DM, they're going to get the heal out of it as well to sustain longer. Right-hand side, Phoenix is being poked down, though, by HeroesNZeroes. They're trying to make a play, but Angel is in the area, well aware of what the opportunity was, and snuffs it out before it even begins.
Thor respawns, Neith respawns, Warchi respawns, the entire team is back up, as well as the left Phoenix for the blue side. Now remember guys, that Titan has only 2 ways to gain HP, if it is reset by a player, or if both Phoenixes are alive. Until that second Phoenix respawns, that Titan will sit at critical health, and with Nua on the team, there's always the looming threat of a backdoor win.
We saw that yesterday in a possibility, nearly actually paid off. So there's just 1 more fire minion wave coming down the lane on this left-hand side for Spanish Nomads. And this is a good decision from them to try and use this to push in DM to take out this Phoenix again.
I want to see Nua go for the split push. Send her right. Force people to get out of position here. It looks like we're going to get a blink in. 3-man Mez going to be forcing out the glow from... Oh, but look at the damage. Dazer's already out. And Crushing Wave is down. Dars is already gone. Going deep. Thor's fighting. This is really big.
It is really big. Mugiwawa's going to run away. Apollo's doing his best. The Mez comes out as well as Enigma goes aggressive onto Isis. There's the circle of protection, only for a second though. But the crit damage from Vaskral came out there to 700 shots in a row. Takes out Neef, and now he's looking for Thor, who's going aggressive back. Warchi gets a great stun onto him as well, though, as he retreats to the tower. Enigma's still working the front line. 3 versus 3, but the members of Heroes and Zeros are slowly dropping.
Warchi is incredible across the sky in the air here. Warchi might be in some trouble. They don't get the Phoenix just yet. Jux might be in some trouble as well. He's going to be forced out. Vashkul has held this off, at least for now, as Mugiwawa gets the sleepy bait off and back up.
The Phoenix holds on the left-hand side. Right-hand side, there's a big fire minion wave coming in. Someone's going to have to clear that. They've sent Kumba back for now. Apollo needs to get over here as well. He's too busy taking the speed right now, so more damage. The Titan's still very vulnerable. They've got to be careful to make sure it doesn't close in.
Despite this game being 14-4-10 for Apollo, guys, do not be fooled. While Apollo is having a very strong game, you have to be looking at Mugiwawa. Multiple mid-fury takes. I mean, he's been... in that last engagement alone, he got 2 3-man messes. That's an incredible feat. Something that you're not going to see an average player do, man. This guy is one of the strongest support players in the world. We've seen him team hop a few times before the qualifiers. And now, I mean, he's really put this team on a pedestal, just pushing them forward, allowing them to stay as aggressive as possible, keeping them alive. And then, of course, Vastrical's rotations have been wonderful with Across the Sky as well.
Yeah, they really have. And this game as well, you're going to start seeing, because everybody's at full items, look at the potions being picked up now, these extra elixirs of fortitude and might. But what we're going to see as well is that sentry wards are going to play a big part, DM, of map control, because that's what you're seeing around the Silver Fury right now, as both teams vie for it.
Oh, right. Phoenix respawns, which means that Titan health is going to start to regenerate. I mean, this is going to be a rough area. Neither team has claim to either Titan at this point. They're going to try to push this down, but if they get caught out of position or if they overcommit to this, yeah, this could be major trouble.
They're going to rush for the back door on the Phoenix. The team of Heroes and Zeros are out of position for this one. Warchi's still running in. The clay minions are dropped. They're going to tank it up. Is the focus going to be on Apollo or the Phoenix? It's definitely the Phoenix, but at what cost? Because of the background, Heroes and Zeros are engaging. There's a young Kumba corner going in. Zoning out 3 members. Thor has to use up to the skies to get away. And now the team of Spanish Nomads retreat, and at a good pace too.
I like this opportunity. Yawn's going to be wasted there. They got the Phoenix back down, which means they don't get the Titan health, and this resets their ability to push out the left side, refarm tickets. This is really strong to me. I like this play.
It was a good play. It worked out well for them, catching Heroes and Zeros out of position. Surprised because of the wards, though.
Look at the mid-fury steals. They dropped this, but, I mean, was that 1,000?
1,066. Over and over and over again.
God. That is a very fed. Is that a 3,000 pot?
I believe it is.
I think he has a 3,000 pot on.
That's brutal.
I don't think I've seen a 3,000 pot in tournament ever.
Welcome to Siege. I mean, this is what happens sometimes in these game modes, and this is the latest game I've ever seen of Siege, honestly, in competitive play. So.
Yeah, Warchi apparently just bought a 3,000 pot as well. We have a lot of gold swinging through this game, but Vastrical definitely leads that with almost 3,000 gold more. Actually, over 3,000 gold more than anyone else on the map currently. That's a huge amount of damage.
And with those pots being picked up now, these elixirs, what that's going to mean overall is that one misplay DM, one misstep, you're going to disappear in a second.
This should be the split push.
To the team.
This should be the split push. One person on right side, possibly Nua. 3 people on left with the Siege Engine. If they group up as 4, they can be defended as 4. Force them to fight a 3v3 with the Siege Engine. 4v4 is just a little bit easier to hold.
Warchi's going very, very far deep, ignoring everything and going to try and rush down the Phoenix as everybody else is caught out of position. Phoenix is getting dropped quite quickly. It's going to drop immediately. And now Heroes and Zeros really need to defend. They've got a Siege Tower to deal with. The blinking from Mugiwawa. He's looking for something. Doesn't find a good yawn, though. He uses the throwback to try and get in better position. Tidal Wave only connects with 1, but now Dars is caught. Dars is nearly dead. Darza is dead. Across the Sky is used. Apollo's in there, though.
Nika is just taking way too much damage. Double Mez goes off again and forces Jock to rush out once again. Blink coming out from Warchi. Once again, they've put themselves in an awkward position. They lose 2 for 1 there, and really, Hob was not the person they had to be worried about. But given the fact that there are 2 lanes of fire minions and a Siege Engine, the team is forced to retreat once again. Realistically, I mean, we're not seeing the split push. They're not utilizing Nua, and it's forcing this awkward engagement on both sides. I mean, they're really not gaining anything, but with the Phoenixes still down, it's still in the form of Spanish Nomads.
Yeah, it could be anyone's game still, even with both Phoenixes down. I mean, one wipe, the respawns are ridiculously long at 35 minutes in the game here. And one interesting thing to note, Warchi did not even use the potion, the elixir that he bought in that fight. He's only just procced it now. So during that fight, when they took that Phoenix down really quickly, DM, there was no elixir of power on her. That's just the strength of New WoW in this game lately.
She is a powerful, powerful character. Her split push potential is huge. I mean, her ability to burst you down isn't as high as maybe Apollo's currently with his ridiculous amount of gold. He's at 25,000 gold right now with 15 kills.
Ridiculous. Like we said, golden experience doesn't mean much right now, but Warchi's looking for an opportunity. Does get spotted out by Enigma, though. And the clay minions are popped left-hand side. We've got the siege tower for HeroesNZeroes. So that's going to firm up the front line for the time being on that left side, but those fire minions will slowly chunk it down.
I want to see Nua just get into the fog, get into the base as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Just get in there. You have to trust your team. I mean, she's doing this team fight thing, and while Nua has a pretty decent team fight, she has to utilize the fog. Remember, even vision wards or sentry wards will not reveal you in Smite if you're stealth. She can sneak right into the base, and with the amount of CDR, that's 100% uptime on fog.
So at the moment, what we're going to see is the right-hand side Phoenix respawns as the left side siege tower goes down for HeroesNZeroes, and now the push is on again from HeroesNZeroes. They're looking to try and pressure this left-hand side. Can they look to hand here? They can see Apollo on the other side of the map. The Titan is on very, very low health. All they have to do is just go in and beat it a couple of times, ignore the team.
There you go.
End. But can HeroesNZeroes on this? There's Warchi going for the split push again. We're going to see it drop in a couple of seconds as the Phoenix does go down as Warchi gets hit by the wall.
We're going to have an engagement here. Enigma throwing spells all over the place as Mugiwawa's forced back. And again, Nika is in so much trouble to chase with Lord of the Afterlife. Enigma finds a 1v2 advantage, somehow picking up the Hunter. This is a bad escape. Nua has got to get into that base as fast as possible.
Enigma then, shout out to him. What he did was Neath backflipped as he tethered him, and so he immediately used Lord of the Afterlife to keep the tether connected. Beautiful. So she was never going to get away from it. Such nice play from Enigma realizing it. But now with that man down, they're still going to rotate mid, and they're going to pick up this Silver Fury before anyone can get there. Can Kumba make it?
Throwback and Blink should be online here. He sees what's happening. He blinks in, but just outside. So he was probably a quarter second, maybe even less away from getting that one.
Very, very close in the grand scheme of things. 34-21 in favor of HeroesNZeroes in terms of kills. However, they're still on the back foot. Those Phoenixes have been down for the majority of this game now, and it's becoming a big issue for them trying to keep it sustained against the push of Nua with the rotations and those clay minions.
They're just too afraid of Apollo at this point, and they really shouldn't be. I mean, you look at the board, sure, he has a lot of gold, but Nika right now is at 22,000 herself, putting her not very far behind it. With that build, I mean, there's serious damage potential coming out from him as well.
So now they're pushing down the left-hand side. When are they going to jump through the siege tower? It's going to be now for 4 members of the team as they come through. They're going to try and catch Apollo out of position. The wall goes down. The spin to win is on. He's having to run for his life, but the pillars are going to secure it. And now Mugiwawa's next on the list. Uses the throwback, uses the epic uppercut, tries to escape for his life. Meanwhile, Enigma is fighting Thor alone as they still chase onto Mugiwawa to bring him down and his passive. Siege tower's pushing on the right-hand side. And now Ozza, he's one of the only men standing.
This is what it looks like when Neath can stay alive in a fight. She's pushing right side, forcing Enigma into an awful position as Enigma is going to have to try to fight 4 people by himself. He has some decent damage, but the tether's down, his health is down, his ult is down. Enigma will likely go down as well. Circle of protection, and after 38 minutes, Spanish Nomads take the win.
Crazy close game considering HeroesNZeroes were a man down for, what was it, like 8 minutes in that game?
A long time.
8 minutes, a man down. Daza comes back, does work for his team as well. Good rallying from HeroesNZeroes, but they're going to get knocked out this week in this Siege tournament. However, we're going to see Spanish Nomads move on. I think if they go to the next round, DM, they need to really work on being more aggressive.
So next up, guys, we're going to go back. Production says that we're going to cut to a quick break, and we're going to be back with round 2 immediately. We're going to check back in immediately with the Spanish Nomads as they're going to go up against I4.
I4. Oh, that's going to be a tough one. Like, Spanish
Yeah.
Nomads really need to bring out their A game. They played well that game, but if they're going to go against I4, they're going to have to make sure that they really take those advantages and try and polish them further.
That's right, guys. So make sure to stick around, and we will be back with the European 4v4 Siege Tournament. Stick around.